Okay then. Let's just make sure that everything is working. Should be working. Should be working and is working are two different things with what I'm doing. Let's see. Oh shit. Oh shit. This is what I get for running a test when I haven't run one in a while. Please do bear with me while I attempt to run some light diagnostics, just to make sure that everything is working as it should be before I get into it. Okay, so it seems I'm having a problem already, which is not good. That is not good at all. That is quite the opposite of good. That is actually very, very bad. I don't know why. Oh, never mind. Never mind. It looks good. It looks like I've got it. Oh, for fudge's sake. I keep doing that. I keep accidentally opening the wrong thing. I want to open one thing and I end up opening the complete opposite thing. My bad on that. That is entirely my fault. So I do apologise for that. So as of right now, I'm just running a quick test before I properly start the discussion that I usually do with Brotherhood of Steel Radio. I am alone as of right now. I'm not joined by anybody else at this current time. I'm still running other checks to try and figure out why, whenever me and my co-host try to stream from PC, that we have problems. I'm just making sure that everything's working. Hello, how you doing? So, for those tuning in who don't know how this works is basically I will sit here and discuss Fallout related news, game related news, mostly Fallout. Hence the Brotherhood of Steel Radio name. For those not in the know, right now I am on a modded version of Fallout New Vegas. This entire section of the bunker you cannot get. Another way you can tell that the game is modded is I do not have a Pip-Boy on my arm in my power armor. That's another way you can tell right there. So, that, and I'm wearing a regular T51, which, if I stand up real quick, and I remember my buttons, there we go. So as you can see here, it's a regular T51B, which should be with green on it, but it doesn't, because, again, mods. Okay, so, by the time a lot of you see this, you'll no doubt see this when it's in video format, not when it's live. That's just how it works. Oh hey Tilapia, how you doing, dude? Change your name again. Didn't recognise you for a minute there, bro. So, this is Fallout New Vegas, again, with mods. And I'm going to be discussing the latest Fallout 76s from a platform that I cannot get mass reported from. And for some reason, you know, PlayStation allows mass reporting, so that sucks. But hey, it is what it is. So, I'm coming to you from a Brotherhood bunker. You all probably know it if you played New Vegas. If you haven't, I recommend you play New Vegas. And I recommend you run it vanilla first, which means without mods, in case you don't know what vanilla is when gamers talk about vanilla. But there is news in relation to 2024 Fallout 76 that I am going to be discussing here and giving my initial thoughts on what I've heard now that I've actually had time to let it sit. For those of you though who've given up on a particular title known as Grand Theft Auto, you might want to check GTA 6 on the official Rockstar social club, because it's there. It's there. It's not out yet, but it's there. The trailer and everything is there. That'll be interesting. But again, back to Fallout. So as of recent, it has come to my attention that we are finally at some point 2024 getting a actual map expansion. This has come from Bethesda themselves. Nice. So yeah, from Bethesda themselves, we're getting an actual map expansion on Fallout 76 sometime 2024 into the Shenandoah National Park area. There's quite a lot of interesting things that I saw from the image that have my attention. I am just going to let the game idly move the camera around a little bit. Not too much. That's enough. My character's abysmal. I'm not even going to lie. My character is abysmal, but hey, you know, the sliders and everything weren't the greatest with New Vegas and 3. I say abysmal, but he ends up looking a bit more like Colonel Autumn in my opinion. Just with different coloured hair. I've actually put Colonel Autumn's outfit on him at one point and he looked just like Colonel Autumn but with different hair. It was funny. But that's... Yeah, no, to clarify, it is not a new map. It is a map expansion. I do not know how this is going to work yet. I haven't got any solid info. Nobody really knows how that's going to work. What Bethesda has revealed is there's going to be new factions in that area, new quests, new storyline. It is about bloody time, if you ask me. The second half of Atlantic City is due to drop as well in 2024. I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna hit Bethesda again with this. I don't want Daily Ops 2.0. None of us asked for your expeditions. We wanted a map expansion with the pit. Instead, you gave us Daily Ops 2.0, aka Expeditions, and then you did it again with Atlantic City Part 1. Now, in Part 2, you're saying we're going to be able to walk around and freely explore. I am going to postpone my further statement in and, you know, potentially changing my mind on it until that drops. So there is that. In other news... there is a guy going around on Fallout 76 causing trouble. From what I have been informed, and again, I will say this for the record, this is from what I have been informed. Now, I have heard from many different Brotherhood of Steel groups on the game, along with non-Brotherhood of Steel players, that this individual is actively causing issues. He's largely targeting Brotherhood groups and roleplay groups in general. Which in my opinion, that's just sad, dude. Get a life. Go outside. Get a job. Maybe sit on the grass for a bit in the park or on a bench. But, you know, do something healthy. Come on, man. Like, you're clearly upset with something if you're going out of your way to bother people who are not really bothering you or affecting you in the game, dude. Like, come on. But again, you know, this is something that I have heard from sources, so my opinion is there. Now, there are no doubt people who know who this guy is. I've heard from, I'm going to say this, I've heard from 2 different trading sources that I know. 2 people who trade weapons, armor, that sort of thing in 76. They have said it. And other Brotherhood groups have also said it. I've even seen his own YouTube channel where he's going out of his way to get his buddies to harass people. He even threatened to send people to force a friend of mine off the game. So, yeah, that's nice. That's really nice. For those of you who are concerned with this individual, I am going to call him out because he's already been talking mad smack about me from what I've been hearing as well. So his current PlayStation username is Darth Vader 03 with a face in the middle of Darth and Vader, and then underscore 03. So yeah, I'm calling him out now because, dude, at the end of the day, this video's been coming up for a while. I just haven't got around to doing it due to technical difficulties with Discord. At the moment, I can't do my co-host conversation like I usually do due to technical difficulties, but I am getting this news out there because, from what I'm hearing, you still haven't quit doing it, despite me talking to you about it, and other people. Don't know what you were expecting to come of it, dude, but like, again, man, like, you shouldn't be running around trying to stir up drama for other people or going out of your way to give them flack, because I have seen your video where you did it. I have seen your video where you did it, and I know you took it down. But here's the problem for you, buddy. We know you took it down, and we've already put screenshots up in our Discord chats, so people have already seen it. And I know why you took it down, because we were calling you out in the comment section for doing it. Because you want to play the victim in a video game where you're the instigator. And that bugs the crap out of people when people do that, right? Because you're going out of your way saying, I'm the victim. But then, when you think nobody's looking, when you think nobody's paying attention, you're going up to people who you're saying are griefing you and trying to bully you off the game, and you're doing to them what you're then saying they're doing to you. And you wonder why these groups are targeting you, why these groups are attacking you. It's because you are harassing their members and giving their members a bad time, which is not what they get on the game to do. They get on the game to have fun and do whatever they do. You don't like them groups, that's fine. You don't have to like them groups, you don't have to like any groups. Like, I mean, look at this logo on my shoulder, right? That shows where my loyalty lies. You don't have to like the Brotherhood of Steel. Nobody in the Wasteland said, oh, you have to like the Brotherhood of Steel. Nobody said that. I'll be one of the first to say we're the best hope for humanity, in my opinion. And I'll be one of the first to say that the Brotherhood is definitely one of the factions that, while, yes, it isn't perfect, it's a lot better than, say, the Enclave. But again, I'm going off topic with this at this point. So, 2024 is definitely looking like it's going to be an interesting one. Hopefully I can get the Discord to work to where I can actually have guests and my co-host on while I stream. Well, it's largely going to be just sat here, occasionally looking that way, maybe get up and walk around over there. Again, this room is, you know, in a Brotherhood bunker, but look over there. On the other side of the room. Massive Brotherhood logo. Like, again, my loyalty's kind of very obvious. Ha! Oh, that's even better. Thank you for that in the comments. So, ladies and gentlemen, for those who won't see the live comments, I just got informed by a viewer. He did not take the video in question down. YouTube took it down. So that's quite funny. And he's even been killed by a crossbow, by a bow. Is it a crossbow or a bow and arrow that he kicked his butt with? Because that's quite funny. I shouldn't encourage it, but this guy's been spoken to by so many people to stop this Darth Vader underscore 03. He has been spoken to by so many different people at this moment, and carried on doing it anyway, that I'm not going to stop and say, hey, don't give this guy flack. If you want to give him flack, that's on you, that's not on me. I'm not going to encourage it, but at the same time, I'm not going to discourage it because the guy's kind of a butt. And if he's watching this, yes, I just called you a bot. To use the strong word, take the S off sass. The front one. Take the M off mass as well, you'll get the same word. But yeah, that's something else as well. Like I want to talk about while we're here with the stream up. YouTube has been flagging my older videos as age restricting them as not for kids. I will say this again. This channel has not ever been made with child audiences in mind. The games that I play on this channel, that I stream on this channel, are all UK age rating 18. I've heard in some places it's like 17, but still it's the legal age of an adult, the minimum legal age of an adult. Wow, that's even dumber, man. Like, he's even gone out of his way to shoot at you. Like, that's even dumber. Like, the last I heard, the guy wasn't even built for PvP, and that's why he was building an army. And he even admitted it to my face that he was building an army of people to go after people who were quote unquote giving him flack, talking smack, doing what you do on a video game, calling him things like a bot. I mean, if you don't act like a bot, you're not gonna get called a bot. And I'm saying bot because I know YouTube gets keyed off of me for saying the other word. But, again, it is what it is. But again, to make it obvious, take the M off mass. And you'll get the word. But yeah, so, again, to reiterate, we are getting the second part of Atlantic City for Fallout 76. 2024, we don't know exactly when. And we are getting an actual map expansion on there as well, which is nice. That is nice. That's not something that you'd expect on a game like that. There's my character's face, in case you were wondering, right there. In my opinion, he looks a bit like Colonel Autumn, but not as old. That's my opinion, although I did try to make him to be a parody, to be a joke. To jokingly be like a doppelganger in 3. Well, I say that, but when I first ever played 3, it was actually accidental, which was pretty hilarious in of itself. As you can see here, I've got a little ham radio, so if you just want me to stand at the ham radio, I can even stand here and talk to you with the ham radio. Broadcasting to the wasteland for my Brotherhood bunker. So do feel free to give me some feedback as well. I'll happily walk around while discussing things here. There's 2 mainframe banks down there, 2 server banks, and then generators powering it. Another Enclave fans, the minute that New Vegas put these doors in a Brotherhood bunker was like, why are the Brotherhood with Enclave doors and an Enclave bunker? But you've got to remember the Enclave stole what they have when they did what they did in 76. And if you don't know what I'm on about, I'm basically referencing again to the fact that the Enclave in Fallout 76, as of 76, and as far as we know, it's canon, as of 76, the Enclave, let's use the actual word here. They committed a felony. They committed first-degree murder of any and all members of the elected Congress of Fallout's United States. To put again emphasis on, this is video game topic. on the US government within the Fallout universe, the Enclave killed the elected men and women of Congress who were not part of their little club, their little group. I did notice on the Fallout wiki that the Enclave has recently changed to say that it was a hijacked continuity of government organisation, and I actually agree with that verdict. Because on one hand, a lot of the infrastructure, well, it's continuity of government, and the Enclave are definitely not meant to be the people running what they're running. They're not meant to have what they have. So, you know, it is what it is. Now, I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm gonna be honest here. The positive news is, again, that we are getting a map expansion. An actual map expansion into Shenandoah National Park. How far into Virginia this goes, I have no idea. Beyond that, Atlantic City Part 2. In GTA news, to circle back around to that real fast, since I'm on the news topic again of good news, for those who, for years and years and years, were asking for police cars to be a thing you could own in GTA 5, you can! You now genuinely can. If you don't believe me, it's all over YouTube. And it's on console. I play GTA 5 unmodded on console. I do not play it unmodded on PC. Now, again, I will cover the fact that, you know, I'm having technical difficulties with Discord. That is one of the reasons I haven't been uploading as much as I'd initially planned to. I am sorry about that, folks. That just happens. You know, that and life can just sometimes come out of nowhere. But it was largely the fact that we couldn't figure out why our Discord call was not audible to the stream. We did actually try in stream to do it at one point, and it didn't work. So I am going to reiterate that here, you know, that we are still looking into why that was the case, and trying to figure out a way to actually be able to bring you this back as a full-on podcast again, where it's me, a guest, my co-host, etc, etc, etc. Now, in other news of Fallout, I have been hearing a lot of rumours, and these are rumours, of a New Vegas 2. Now, this has been cycling around ever since Microsoft got Bethesda, because Microsoft has Obsidian. Now, I'm going to say this, from what I've been hearing, from looking up this, and the discussions people have had with Bethesda about a sequel to New Vegas, is it's not going to happen. At least not anytime soon, if at all. The Fallout TV show is taking up Bethesda's direct attention at the minute. Speaking of that, that comes out next year as well, 2024. There's a lot of Fallout in 2024. I'm kind of on the fence about it. On one hand, I do like the idea of the TV show. From what I have heard as well, Todd Howard has said the show is going to be considered canon unless it contradicts the games. The games are primary canon, everything else is apparently secondary canon. So things like Fallout Shelter might be secondary canon, it might be primary, I'm not 100% sure on that. Either way, that's pretty cool. To those hoping for an Enclave DLC to Fallout 76, maybe you're in luck, maybe this is going to be, you know, the Enclave popping out of Virginia, maybe. I honestly don't know. Kind of curious myself as to who these new factions are. Not gonna lie though, if it is Enclave, I have a plasma rifle, I have a plasma caster, etc., etc. You get the gist. I don't need to say what I'm gonna do. You probably all already know what I'm gonna do just by the massive banner on the wall there, and the fact that I'm in Brotherhood power armor. I don't need to say what I'm gonna do. It's implied. But yeah, friendly jest aside, beyond all of the one-man drama show on 76, I have heard, sadly, no new positive news beyond what I have said. On the flip side of that, though, I also haven't really heard any negative either, besides the fact that, expeditions is still a thing, and we don't really want it to be the way it is. But, it is what it is at this point. It's whatever. Personally, I would just do away with it. I would just do away with expeditions, release them as separate maps where we can just explore it, instead of doing it the way that it's being done. But again, it comes down to how people want to do this. I really hate when my phone auto-corrects things. Like, you type in live and it automatically thinks you mean something else. It's like, bruh. And I swear it's only on British phones. Then again, I've actually heard this happened on to other people, but I swear it's mostly on British phones. Well, this is news. Okay, so I do actually have some other news that I've just noticed here. This is coming from the Fallout News Network, and it's on it's FX Twitter, on the Fallout page. This has just come through, or I've just took notice of it. It's now on Elon Musk's X, but formerly Twitter. And it says Fallout. So this is Fallout 76. This weekend we have lots of events to look forward to in hashtag Fallout 76. Available today through January 2nd. Script surplus. Legendary vendor sale. Double mutations. Last chance holiday scorched with new rewards. So there's some extra news for you. Just thought I'd drop that in since I've just noticed it. I have got to admit, one of the things that I really like about these older Fallout games is the ambient sound when you're in like one of the Brotherhood bunkers or a Vault-Tec vault, and you're next to these machines. I know it'll grate some people, but I actually really like the sound of those machines. I don't even know what those machines are, besides they have reels in them, but I don't know the name of those machines. That's something that's bugging me. Like, I know the terminal is a computer. That's obvious. The same with the mainframe back there is meant to be, a mainframe computer. And I know a lot of this stuff is from, like, the 50s, our world. and I don't know what the bloody hell those machines actually are called, and it's bugging the fuck out of me. I suppose I'll have to ask one of the scribes. But yeah, honestly though, like, I am also thinking about something else on the channel between now and the drop of the stuff on 76 for the channel. I'm thinking some Fallout 4 mods might be in order. I may put up a poll soon. I may not. I know that the few people who are Enclave fans will probably like the poll if I put it up. Although, you know, given my loyalty, the outcome is already going to be predetermined if I run it. Tape wheel, is that what it's called? Damn. That's actually quite interesting. I didn't actually know that. That's actually quite interesting. I didn't know that though, family. I didn't know that at all, actually. I really should have fucking known that though in hindsight, but oh well. That goes to show why I'm not a scribe. I saw that, Tilapia. Very funny. How is retirement life, by the way? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I'm a Brotherhood soldier, and I will be till somebody eventually manages to put me in the dirt, I suppose. Yeah, or the sand. Or the sand. In the case of where I'm at the moment. But yeah, I was literally just about to forward this link to a few people to get a few more people in here so I can have a decent discussion on this matter. But again, you know, there's not a lot going on at the minute, and my biggest issue at the moment is, again, you know, the fact that it's all the new content is 2024, man. Like, can't really do anything. The best you're gonna get is like news updates with Brotherhood of Steel Radio, some discussions about the drama going on, if there is any that we're aware of. Speculation is another thing that might pop up every now and then where we discuss what we hope is going to happen in the upcoming updates to 76. We will briefly again touch on other video games like GTA 6. I am well aware that a lot of people are very much interested in that. I like how there's a meme in the chat, just a meme, a Star Wars meme in the chat. I hate stuff that gets everywhere. I have the high ground. Hello there. I'm an invertebrate. I have the sky ground. Hello there. Well, that's interesting news. I am gonna say this: the TV show. The only disappointment I have is that it's not on Netflix. That's all I can say on that. I'm only disappointed it's not on Netflix instead, but it's on Amazon. So, That's mouse. That is interesting, yeah. I saw some of the data mined images with new robotic looking enemies and stuff, so yeah, that's interesting. I hope we're not looking at the calculator. We might be looking at the calculator from Fallout Brotherhood of Steel / Fallout Brotherhood of Steel Tactics, whichever it was in. But we might be looking at the calculator of Vault Zero. We might be looking at some Vault Tech shenanigans. Alternatively, as I said earlier, we could be looking at the Enclave with the map expansion later this year. We just don't. Well, I say later this year, but I mean like later 2024. My brain is not with it right now. I'm already thinking ahead too much. See, I'm already thinking ahead too much. My brain is thinking it's 2024. Go back a minute. Go back a minute. Viper, back up a minute. You're not there yet, bro. I do love the T-51B. I do love that. Even in Fallout 76, I love this thing. It's just what I prefer to wear. And the plasma rifle too, like the one I'm using, actually, the one that I've got in my hands right now, this plasma rifle here. Let's get it on my back. That plasma rifle is the COT one, the one that only the devs had. The reason I'm using it is simple, because its fire rate is perfect and its damage is perfect. So yeah. What if it's both? Well, I wouldn't want to be the Enclave if they're against the calculator, simply because the Midwestern Brotherhood of Steel in the calculator's first appearance had a very, very, very hard time dealing with it. And when you think of the Brotherhood of Steel, you know, you see men in power armor, T-51Bs like myself here, T-60s like in Fallout 4, with, you know, mini-guns, assault rifles, laser guns, plasma guns, Tesla weapons. And these guys were getting their butts kicked by a computer. You know, bear in mind it was a computer that was with human brains as its CPUs, or surplus CPUs. It was basically the equivalent of a mainframe and a robo brain having a baby. Yeah, not exactly the best outcome there. But again, some are saying that the map expansion in 2024 for 76 is going to have the Mothmen with a bigger role. I hope not. I hope not, because I'm going to be honest. The Wise Mothman group and the other Mothman group, they're kind of boring, in my opinion. They're kind of dumb. They bore me. They really, really bore me. They are not at all what I would consider to be worthwhile in any way. But that's that, you know, that is what that is. Yeah, so I actually have his alt account as well. I just found his alt account as well. So the Darth Vader guy I was talking about, who's causing drama, here's the irony, right? He's causing drama with Brotherhood groups, yet his alt account is Elder Prime _. So that's Elder -Prime _ on his alt account. Like, dude, come on. It's obvious you're on a power trip of some kind with a name like that, and I've only just stumbled across it again. I do apologise if you're messaging me with the expectation of an immediate response. I am looking at multiple things here. Wrist-mounted Gauss rifle. Nah, I'm good. I'm good because I don't like the Gauss rifle. The Gauss rifle as a Fallout 4 and 76. I don't like what they've done to it. I prefer the Gauss rifle of 3 in New Vegas. I've gotta be honest with you. I prefer the Gauss rifle that was a sniper rifle that you cranked up and just went boom. I preferred it. One of the reasons I actually prefer T51B is, one, it's iconic, but then two, the winterized T51B looked badass as hell. And then there's the New Vegas Brotherhood variant. Here's the funny part: when I was playing this back on the PS3, I was wearing Brotherhood power armor. I had full reputation with the NCR. The NCR shot me, and I went, you know what? Now you're gonna die. So I shot back. Then I had House tell me, you gotta get rid of the Brotherhood of Steel, and I went, now you're gonna die. And that's literally why I ended up with New Vegas Independent in my first playthrough. Is, although I agree, initially, the Hidden Valley Brotherhood of Steel are kind of jerks. They're paranoid, and their elder, if you help them, will even admit that he let his fear govern his actions to doing things that they wouldn't have done otherwise. And, you know, that in of itself is a positive thing. You know, and New Vegas also shows the opposite side of the Brotherhood, where 3 shows, you know, the Brotherhood actively helping a lot of people. The New Vegas one is like, yeah, we don't really do that. Again, no. No, I'm gonna say no to that again, because I don't really like that. The laser rifle, yeah, the laser rifle was an interesting one on that topic. We do have the P94 plasma rifle, which is the plasma caster. It got brought in with New Vegas and it is in 76. I'm not gonna lie, I love the plasma caster. I love the plasma defender as well. That's another favourite of mine. I honestly though have an issue with how they've butchered the plasma rifles. Like, I can't have like a short, like an extended barrel that's not a sniper barrel. Let me get up in game again and show you what I mean. Like, this gun is by no way. Let me put my helmet on just in case I decide to go outside, unlikely. But this gun, as you can see, it is not a sniper rifle. It is a rifle. I would say it has a short barrel to an extent, or maybe an extended, like a medium barrel. It's not a sniper barrel. It's definitely not a snub, like it is in Fallout 4 and 76. I fucking hate the snub. This is how a plasma rifle should look. If you disagree with me, guess what? I'm the one in power armor. I don't really care. Like, this is how a plasma rifle should look. That's just my opinion on the matter. This is just how it should look. Let me actually go to the firing range. Excuse me. Oh, there we go. Let's go to the firing range. I want to actually show something about this gun off real fast. Apparently I haven't turned the ambient soundtrack off. Whoops. But this is what it does. Like, I love this fire it. 12 rounds, and it's just this. I love that. And before anybody asks, the floor is modded, that wall logo is modded. These banners here and that logo up there are modded. A lot of the stuff in here is additional. It has been modded in as additional, like the signs above the doors there. These extra consoles here. The metal floor. I really wish there was something like this in Fallout 3. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it will. You have a shovel. My guy, you are the Warhammer Deathcore of Krieg, but I am the Adeptus Astartes. Let's not even go there for the difference in utter power level there. I'm not gonna lie though, right? I do prefer the original look and my capacity of the plasma rifle. Now, I'm not saying a 30 round magazine is enough. I'm just saying that, you know, the magazine size is ridiculous and the barrel length is just too short. I don't like snubs. I never have liked snub-nosed weapons. They look stupid. I'm gonna be real with you guys, right? I don't think they're going to add snow outside of the weather machines. Even New Vegas, which does have snow on the mountains, only has it on the mountains, and even then, nobody really actually knows why the fuck it's there. People say it was a gag, but nobody knows. Tilapia, you would not win. A Krieg's Guardsman would not be an Astartes. I'm sorry, it's just not happening. I like the see-through, but yeah, that's what I'm saying, is like... Let me get up again. Let me get up again. F. Alright, look at the back of this, right? Oop, wrong button. I did it again. This is what I get for not coming on here enough. F. And then look at that, right? So there's no energy in that barrel at all. And then I do this. And there's energy in it. Usually. If I can get the camera right. Apparently not. Apparently that's why it was cut, but you know, there's usually green arcing in it. I'm guessing mine's because it's fucking not supposed to be in the game. But again, you know, the point is here that, you know, it is what it is. Since we're on the topic of what we hope to get with the map expansion, I hope to get the Elder T51B paint. I'm still after that Bethesda. Like, say what you will about your favourite power armor, but in my opinion, I've got to go with the classics. I've got to largely side with the classics. Simply because, and this is my opinion here, right? Since they added the Knight and Paladin paint to the T51, it reignited my love for it, and I think it looks way more beautiful than the T60. And I know there's gonna be people who don't agree with me on that. That's fine. But it's a classic. I've got to side with the classic. And that's just all I'm gonna say on that matter. No, it's a nuclear weapon, so no, it's more like it's more likely that it's got uranium in it than Mountain Dew, but I get the joke. But here's the thing, right? Here's the thing, we're all talking about the old T45, but the T45 is relatively new to Fallout. It was introduced in Fallout 3, it's relatively new, as is the T60. When I say the classic, I do also mean, I do actually mean like the original design of the XO1, the Enclave Advanced Mark II Power Armor, the T51B. And yeah, I suppose you can lump the T45 in there, as of now, because, you know, Fallout 3 is pretty damn old. My point being, right, I like the T51B, and I honestly gotta say this, I don't see that much of a difference in the T51B between Fallout 3 and New Vegas and Fallout 4 and 76. The only real difference is it's got that chassis under it. It's an actual hydraulic suit now, in actuality, and not just another piece of armor. And I've said this before, and I will say it again. I do not like the fact that Bethesda took out the perk required to wear power armor. I do not agree with the removal of power armor training. It does not make any sense. Especially in 76, like, come on. They're Vault Dwellers. Supposed to be. Yeah, they automatically know how to use power armor. Sus. Here's the thing, right? J-Shock has said this, and I'm gonna, and I'm assuming you're gonna say it as well, so love you, but I'm gonna say this. The T45 hasn't really changed that much from Fallout 3 and New Vegas to Fallout 4 and 76. It's just not how you remember it, because as you can see, in New Vegas, for instance, the armor is more fitting to your character, where in Fallout 4 it's an actual suit of armor. Cable. I'm gonna laugh at myself. I just stepped on my cable when I stood up. What the fuck are you on about? The Scorched training pistol? I don't even know what the fuck you're yapping about at this point, dude. But again, you know, to go back to the topic, you know, I honestly don't see the difference that much between the OG power armors like the T45 and the T51, between 3, New Vegas, and 4 and 76. But the advanced power armor, aka the XO1, no, go back. Bethesda, back, go back. Obsidian had the better design. Shoot. Go away with that ugly fucking Maya looking raggedy ass thing. Shoot. again, you know, coming up is going to be an interesting one. I don't know yet if I'm going to stream Atlantic City Part 2, and I don't know if I'm going to stream the map expansion. I've got to be honest. I don't know. I just don't know as of this time. What I do know is I'm definitely going to be looking to get this channel a bit more active again. Try to get back on top of it. Try to get us with content out more. Do it again, right? Let me point this out again, Jessup, right? Because you're saying it again. But let me point this out. The armor itself has not changed. It's just that the arms, legs, chest, and helmet, where before it was like the armor is body, which includes arms, chest, legs, was all one, as I'm wearing while sat in this chair. And the helmet was separate. Now it's all 5 pieces separate, and they go on a chassis, and they're bigger to fit the chassis, and the chassis is bigger to encase the player. I've got to be real with you, my guy. Power armor in New Vegas doesn't feel like power armor. It just feels like armor. I've got to be real. It does not feel like power armor. The suits, to me, don't look any different. They just look bigger to fit the frame. The frame that goes around the player, that lets you, you know, jump off the Pride one, jump off the tallest building in Boston in Fallout 4, jump off of the monorail in 76, and the high mountains of Appalachia. You can't do that in New Vegas type power armor. Because your character goes crump, and then you get the wasted music. It wasn't power armor. I mean, it's obvious that, you know, it was a continuation of Fallout 1 and 2's power armor, but in 3D. And now they made it to feel like power armor as well as look how it's always looked. But again, you know, it's gonna be different opinions on that. See you later, Tilapia. Nah, I've gotta say this, man. If you feel that way, then you shouldn't wear power armor in 76, period. And I'm gonna straight up say that. Like, if you prefer where it was in a paralight you shouldn't wear power armor. Like, straight up, just don't wear power armor. Because you can't one minute go, oh, I prefer power armor as apparel, but then go, oh, but I love the Ultra Sight. Because the Ultra Sight is a T-51B with extra steps. Literally. It's like T-60 Tesla armor, it's T-60 with extra steps. Like, I've got to disagree with you there, because unless you're in God mode, right? Unless you're in God mode on 3 in New Vegas and you jump from a high height, you are not surviving that landing in power armor. Your character will die. Your avatar will go and die. Oops, that's my console. Don't want you. Close that. No. There we go. See, this is how the T-51B looks in New Vegas, and it doesn't look really all that different, in my honest opinion. It looks quite the same in 4 and 76. What bugs me is the lamp doesn't fucking work. Look, it's my pit boy, which is non-existent on this armor, is inside the armor. Because the light doesn't work. The targeting HUD that's up on the helmet doesn't come down. Like, we the fans actually knew what that was before Bethesda had any idea what the hell was in it. Bethesda just went, yeah, we'll go with the fans on this one. But again, look, right, realistically, I would not be able to sit in this chair in power armor. Realistically, this suit is hydraulics, and it's heavy as hell. Realistically, I should be going through the chair. This chair should be broken. Which is why you can't sit in chairs in Fallout 4 and in Fallout 76 in power armor. Because it doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm gonna be honest, right? T60 Tesla armor would be cool in 76, and they can do it. It's in Fallout 4. They could easily add it to, like, you know, have a Tesla power arm, Tesla T51B, Tesla T45 if they really wanted to. But I mean, like, you know, the XO1 Enclave fans will back me in saying the XO1, while it looks like a piece of ugly shit compared to the version in New Vegas, it would look a fuckload better with the Tesla coils all over it. The T60 is the same, right? It looks great with the Tesla coils, but it just doesn't have them. It just doesn't have them, and that fucking sucks. That fucking sucks. Now again, you know, to come around full circle again, for those tuning in who may be tuning in now, who've not been with us from the beginning, there is stuff from Bethesda in relation to Fallout 76. If you want to know about it, go back to the start of the stream. I'm not gonna talk too much about it. I'm just gonna tell you, go back to the start of the stream. It's all back there. News on some recent drama in 76 is also in there. Some GTA 6 news is in there. Some GTA 5 news is in there. Just go back to earlier in the stream. Watch the stream from beginning to end. You won't miss anything that way. This is another thing that I do on this channel as well. I tend to throw bits of news here and there in different places, whereas it's not all in one spot. Because if it's all in one spot, it's easier for you guys to just, you know, jump from say 0, 0, skip the start a little bit, go from say 0, 5 to 10, 0, 5, 0, 0 to 10, 5 minutes into 10 minutes in, done. You stop watching. But the way I do it kind of keeps you having to watch it. I'm gonna be honest, while I am not against Tesla coils, I'm not in favour of them very much either. To me, it's just, they're cool, they amplify energy damage, and that's about it. Beyond the added energy damage, they honestly just make the armor look different. That's literally all they do. No, in other words, well, in another thing of what they should add is the actual Enclave paint with the logo for power armors, so that the Enclave losers can have power armor that actually has their logo on it, instead of that ugly ass chrome shit that they're running around in half the time. Again, because the XO1 would look a lot better in black than it does in fucking the shit that it's in now. But again, like you know, I will take the mick out of the Enclave. I will poke fun at it, but that's because, you know, they're the cartoon villains of Fallout. You know, they're Fallout's Nazi Germany. They're over the top villains that are Nazi. Like, it's funny, it's sad, it's just funny to take the piss out of it because of how they say on one side, oh, we're the American government, but then they don't hold elections. They don't even follow or support the Constitution. And I recently found something interesting that caught my eye again. It's the statement in the Constitution that states, "We, the people," right? We, the people, should include everyone. This is how it was put to me by an American, right? It was put to me like this: "We, the people, should include everyone, regardless of, you know, where they are on the political scale. They could be left or right, doesn't matter. Regardless of skin color or gender. You know, it's supposed to represent everyone. And in the Fallout universe, sorry to say it, Enclave, but that means it should also include the humans that have been exposed to radiation. I won't go as far as stretching it to ghouls and super mutants because, well, one, ghouls all go feral in Fallout, and two, super mutants are, or the majority of the time, trying to murder everybody and eat them. So yeah, nah, we're good. Again, I think, like, here's another thing, right? People keep saying, oh, the Sneed clan, and da-da-da-da. But the funny part about that joke is that the actual, I heard, is that the actual Sneed Clave group and a group of people who are griefers who call themselves Sneed Clave are actually two different groups with the same name and the same logo, so that is awkward. The older of the two says the younger of the two is fake, and I have to agree with that logic. But that is what it is, you know. I'm not gonna lie, I can sit in this room with these tape machines going, and I could just fall asleep listening to that. That sound to me is just, I like it. No, let's not drag those fucking annoying cunts into this. No. Quiet down, Valley Ranger. Quiet down. We don't need another praise atom bunch of idiots. The Mothman are bad enough for their dumbassery. Plus, there's also the problem of the Children of Atom didn't leave Megaton until some point between Fallout 3's ending and Fallout 4's beginning. So that doesn't make any sense. You're not wrong there on that one, Trash Up. You're not wrong there. Like, he is the thing, though, right? The whole point I'm making here about the We the People is its font is huge compared to the rest of the document and is in a different font style to put emphasis on it. So, you know, the Enclave's whole agenda is hypocritical and against the Constitution. Not to mention, again, the fact that they never actually stand for election. They don't even try to fix America. They try to break it even further, which is just plain stupid. But again, you know, it is what it is. You know, and I'm sat here on stream, chatting to you guys and just enjoying the conversation, because for once I can't get immediately suspended off PlayStation, because one, this is not a stream on PlayStation, it is a stream on PC, and two, the massive white text at the top of the screen. We're discussing things in a video game. Well, no, the thing is, right?
I'll actually explain why that is so big.
On the screen, right? I'll actually explain that for you, right? Because a lot of you are probably wondering, yeah, why the fuck is that so big?
So the reason that's so big is actually because I know how people are going to be when they wanna mass.
Report what I'm doing, right? I know what they're like. I know what they're like, and I know what they're gonna do, right? So it's
There, in big, on screen, deliberately to make that point.
Let's see what it looks like in black. I can't read it. Purple. How does it look in purple? You can't really see the nut part. You can if it's green though. Bloody neck. Again, at this point, I'm just changing the font because I can to highlight this point. You know, like I'm gonna keep that up. Goes well with all the steel and stuff.
Well, no, see, I'm going to say this, Valley, right? If you want the Enclave to fix the roads, they're going to tax you. And like many people meme about the NCR, I'm going to say it about the Enclave.
I ain't paying no taxes. I don't have no representation. I ain't paying no taxes. Like, you know, it's one of those things. Like, it really is. There we go.
So, this is definitely one of the
topics that I have enjoyed personally myself. Can't really say the same for everybody else. But again, you know, it is one of those things. It's one of those things.
well, again, right?
Again, right, the Enclave have hijacked the continuity of government contingency plan and thus hijacked America.
They are now trying to pass themselves off as the American government.
Again, within the Fallout universe. That being said, you automatically know they can't be trusted. As the old saying goes, if they come up and say to you, I am with the government, we're here to help, they most likely aren't. At least in the case of the Enclave, you know for a fact, they fucking ain't. It's like the ATF with the dogs thing. We don't talk about that. Do not talk about that in the comments, JSOC, or I'll time you out.
The thing is, right, that I'm pointing out is that these are not good people. To quote Three Dog, the Enclave have a truck full of Brahmin, and they be spoon feeding you the bullshit. Wake up, people! The sooner we all accept that the Enclave are evil and are trying their very best to wipe out everyone who says, I don't agree with that, and stand up to their oppressor. Oh shit, there goes the headset. The shorter their oppression and their tyranny, the better.
The reason I keep standing on the cable is it's slightly longer than I'm used to before somebody asks. I'm not quite used to the cable being so long. I'm used to a shorter cable. I'm gonna move it over my shoulder before I break my fucking headset.
Yeah, that's Bethesda, but then I don't have a vendor either. I don't run vendors in 76 either, because of that tax. Though I get why they did it, it's like, you know, otherwise players would have too many cards.
Well, in that case, you know, maybe set it so that they can't sell anything in their vendor if they're at max caps.
And actually, no, you can't really say that, right? And I'll point out why. So there's this taxing
Players for vendors, right?
but then they're also finally giving us
A map expansion.
So we have got representatives getting through to Bethesda. We are represented. And Bethesda is, again, not a government.
Bethesda's just running the game and trying to balance everything out.
That's a good question.
You should honestly ask Bethesda that query, right? The what do those caps go to question. Like, you should ask Bethesda that. You'll probably get an answer. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be tape between those two machines, but there isn't. So that's why they keep doing what they're doing. I'll even come closer, right?
So the reels
are turning, but the tape that's supposed to be between them, the reel, isn't there. There's no like memory reel there. They're just computing with none of the actual real thing.
Probably an oversight.
In fact, it's most definitely an oversight. You can see the bit of reel on the top one, on the bottom one. It's definitely just an oversight. I forgot I could do that.
I've been walking around so long in this game, I actually forgot I could jump. Rule the tides of innovation.
Poseidon Energy. You gotta love the E in that's hidden within the trident.
Speaking of Vault Tech, I actually learned something interesting. The Zax in Vault 51
at Christmas
will actually say
happy holidays from Vault Tech, which is quite cool. I love that gun. I love that gun. That gun is actually ridiculous. And yes, I have the Enclave Remnant armor too in here. Because of course I do, you know, Brotherhood, a shield player, I'm going to have the advanced technology.
Valley Ranger, you're asking the wrong person.
I don't work at Bethesda, right? At Bethesda, I honestly can't answer that question, dude.
I'm gonna be honest though, like, these are good questions, but they're questions I cannot answer. Now if you would, you would ask me questions
in relation to, you know, how likely do I think it's going to be the Enclave in the map expansion, I'd say it's got a decent chance.
And I'd say about you know, about a decent as to the chance of it being the Free States popping up. Now, both of those factions, bear in mind, both of those factions have yet to make another appearance in 76. The Brotherhood of Steel has. The Responders have now been rebuilt. But there is no sign of the Enclave, and there is no sign of any other Free States. It goes. What do you mean it goes in either? I think you're being trolled there. But anyway. Beyond all of that, though, I've pretty much covered all the news as of right now, and I've had a discussion as best I can. But honestly, like, again, there's not much really I can discuss. Sat here by myself, talking to you guys and reading the comments. There's not a lot I can do, but this is going to be the most engagement type thing you can ever get. Is Brotherhood of Steel Radio. Simply because, again, I am still running a single screen setup. I tried to get another screen to work. I can't. I've tried. I can't. So there you go. It goes nowhere. It goes in the void. Ah, now it makes sense. It goes in the ether. Yeah, it gets removed from the game. Yeah, I thought that was the case. Yeah. That all being said, though, to the viewers of Europe, good morning. To the viewers of the Americas, so Canada, USA, why the hell are you not in bed? Why are you not asleep? Unless you're working the night shift, in which case I hope your shift ends soon. That must suck. Graveyard shift, oof. But that all being said, like, to come back around is, it could be the red energy beam in the reveal of the map expansion, and the fact that it's robots, has a lot more people saying it looks like we're going to be dealing with the calculator. And they are not wrong. There is a very, very, very good chance that it is going to be the calculator, just based off of that, or an entity very similar to it. And I will say it, not he or she, because it is a computer. It's like a synth. A synth is a robot. It is a machine. It is not a human being. It is not even sentient. It isn't even aware, the majority of the time, that it is an android. It doesn't know most of the time. It's completely unaware of what it really is. Which is proof they are not sentient, and therefore they are not alive. Thus, they do not qualify as people. That all being said, though,
That all being said, though, this stream started an hour ago now. Yep. Phone's dying. So this stream has been up for an hour. I am gonna call it here. But last night, it's over there. So that's actually quite neat. I didn't notice that ceiling till just now.
But that all being said,
You know, again, that all being said, everything being covered, I do recommend you watch the stream in its entirety. To get the full gist of what's been said, have a full understanding of the news as we know it, and what I am aware of is going on in 76, so on and so forth.
but that all being said,
You know, it's time for this screen to come back. So this all being said and done, you know, is again one of those things. There's a lot that we want in
the upcoming map expansion
for 76 in 2024. There's a lot of expectations on the Fallout TV show, again, 2024. There is quite a few people waiting to see what happens with the Atlantic City Part 2, again, 2024. There's a lot of people who are excited for Grand Theft Auto 6 in 2025. But again, that all being said, you know, that's all the positive stuff. I'm not going to repeat some of what's been said.
But this all being said
and done, is about as good as you get it. Because honestly, watch the stream. This all being said, going forward, I am thinking about putting a poll up to see if people, and I'm now at the end going to finally reveal what I'm thinking of asking if you want me to play it through. America Rising 2. I'm thinking of putting a poll up to see if you folks want me to stream that. If you do, be warned, I will have already played through it before I stream it, which means I'll already know what the endings are. I'll already know if they can be destroyed by the Brotherhood of Steel, the Institute, and all that or not. If not, what I'm probably going to do is just murder everybody on the rig anyways. I am aware it's on a rig again. Because I did play the first one and then I deleted it. I was like, yeah, no, this is garbage. The reason I say it was garbage is I honestly don't like the fact that the player character, who is pre-war, cannot convince others at all, you know, these Enclave people at all, to get rid of the FEV in its entirety, which would be actually the better choice. Like, I'm going to be straightforward.
if you're gonna get rid of
The mutants that pose a very real threat to everybody, you have to do it in a way that doesn't endanger the rest of humanity.
but that all being said,
feel free to like and subscribe as it says in purple. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I am 5.97 Gaming. Stay safe. And remember,
don't feed the Yaguai.